Hi, I'm Kat, Community Health Nurse, Eden Hope Hospital. Welcome to Pilates Cath Style. If you've never done Pilates before, join in as long as you're generally fit. And if you've got lower back issues or neck issues, be extremely careful. Get guidance from your doctor if you've got acute problems, otherwise just take it very easily. You can join me on a floor. Most of the work's done on a mat, or if you want to try, if you can't get down to the floor, you could do some of the exercises on your bed. So let's get started. We'll come to the front of our mat. Standing with our feet hip width apart. Try and stand very tall and straight. Lengthen up as though we're pulling up through the crown of our head, pressing down through all four corners of our feet. We're going to inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. We're going to inhale and try and fill up the back and sides of our lungs. So let's go all together. Big inhale and a big exhale. A big inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift your pelvic floor. Pull in the band that goes from the back around between our hips. So draw in the band of muscle between our hip bones. And exhale. On our next inhale, let's inhale our arms up, keeping our shoulders down and back. And exhale. Again, inhale. Long neck, tucked in belly. On our next inhale, up on our toes. And exhale slowly down. 2 more breaths like this. We're going to go into some roll down. So standing tall, inhale, prepare, exhale, roll our head down, our shoulders, our middle, lower, back, until we're coming down as low as you can. The knees can be bent if it's uncomfortable with them straight. And then we inhale at the base and exhale, rolling up, drawing up our pelvic floor and pulling in this band in our lower belly. Last things to come up are our shoulders and our head. Again, roll down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, movement, rolling up. Continuing to go on with your roll downs. When we say lift up the pelvic floor, we're drawing in up through the muscles of our lower perineal area and drawing in the band between our hips. So we call it the T-zone, as we're drawing in and up and drawing these muscles in. These muscles go right around, transverse abdominis, join onto our spine, come together, and they support our lower back, so it's good to strengthen them, the deep muscles. Okay, one more roll down. Placing our hands on the floor, bending our knees as much as you need to. We're going to try and straighten one leg and keep the other knee bent. And then swap sides, straighten the other leg, bend the knee, and swap, and swap. Placing our hands down on that floor, bending our knees enough, stepping back into what we call downward dog. Pushing our fingers and palms into the mat. Drawing our shoulder blades away from our ears, pulling our T-zone in. You can walk the dog, so one heel up, one heel down. and then both heels towards the floor. You don't win a competition if they hit the floor, you're just pushing them towards the floor. And then we'll come forward onto our knees. Having a nice long straight spine, push up out of the hands, pull in the T-zone or the lower belly up towards the roof. What we're going to do is take our left foot back behind us and our right arm forward, trying to keep our hips level, just holding there. Bit of big balance involved here. If this is really difficult, you could just do the arm and then the leg. And placing it down, opposite arm and leg. So trying to lift through that T-zone, pulling in the pelvic floor, the band between our hips and down. Going the first arm and leg again. Keeping the shoulders square, I want you to do small circles with that back leg. Feeling the butt muscle come into action and reverse. And place that arm and leg down. Other side. Small circles. And reverse. And down. Coming out into a modified push-up position. Our shoulders are above our palms, our belly is lifted. We make a straight line from the crown of our head to our knees, and we're just going to lower down, drawing the elbows in towards the ribs and pushing up for a tricep push-up. And again, exhale as you come up, inhale as you go down. Just do as many as you can. These are quite difficult. And then push the butt back towards the heels and have a stretch. And then bringing yourself out all the way down onto your tummy. Extend our arms above our head as far as we can, and then draw the shoulder blades back down into their sockets. Keeping the head facing down towards the mat, we are going to raise the left leg and the right arm and the head. And then we'll swap. Keeping the T-zone engaged. Alternating, just slowly reaching through those fingertips and those toes. So Pilates is a form of exercise all about quality, not quantity. So trying to engage our breathing, our core muscles before we start any movement. Okay, let's go same arm, same leg. Hip bones are still pointing down to the floor. Lift, reach. Other side. Okay, all down. Together now, both arms, both legs. This is quite hard on the lower back, so keep that T-zone engaged. Inhale and lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Two more. Last one. Hold up there and start to paddle for swimming. Keep those leg muscles firm Engage the thighs. And relax. Pushing up, coming over onto our bottom, swing the legs around. Okay, making our way into a seated position, legs bent in front of us, feet flat on the floor. Grabbing underneath our knees here, sitting up as tall and as straight with a long spine as we can, pulling in our T-zone, pulling up our pelvic floor and our lower belly, pulling in and up. We're going to take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to scoop that belly, draw our shoulder blades down our back, tuck our ribs towards our hip bones, go back as far as we can. Take a breath in back here, and as we exhale through our mouth, curling up and coming up to a seated position. And again, back we go, scoop, scoop, scoop. Inhale, back here. Exhale. And again, inhale, prepare. Exhale. Drawing those shoulder blades down, scooping the belly in. Inhale. Exhale. Scooping up, sitting tall. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue to do that, or if you like, you can bring your arms off, let go of your legs. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, scoot back. Inhale, arms up over our head. Exhale, down and come up. 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, come up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And relax. Good job. Extend our legs. Sit as tall as we can. We're actually going to Pilates stance our legs. So we're wrapping our outer thighs around towards the back of our legs. Our feet, our toes may spread open a little bit, and we're keeping these legs quite engaged. Inhale, your arms up in front of you. Exhale, slowly scoop that belly. This time we're going all the way to the mat. Articulating each vertebrae onto the mat from the base of your spine up to the last thing that's hitting is our shoulders. And then head down. Good job. Okay, center yourself back on the mat. Here's where the people that are on their bed may be able to join in with us. So we're going to, first of all, just work out what a neutral spine is. So bend your legs, place your palms of your hands on your hip bones and your fingertips down on your pubic bone, making a triangle. Just take the pubic bone towards the roof and then arch the back up to the roof. And then find somewhere in between where you've got a nice flat surface between your pubic bone and your hip bones. You'll have a natural arch under the base of your spine. This is what we call neutral spine. When we have our feet on the ground, we try and stay in neutral spine. If we bring our legs up, one at a time into tabletop, we engage that T-zone first, and we may even stay in neutral spine or try and imprint the spine, the lower back, onto the mat a little bit. So not pushing it down onto the mat, but just gently lowering it towards the mat to just help stabilise the back of that spine. So we're going to come down again. First of all, engage, starting in neutral spine, engage our T-zone, draw in the pelvic floor, draw in this band, slightly pull down that band of muscle towards your spine. And then slightly imprint the spine, so slightly lift the pubic bone, lower back gently to the floor, lift one leg at a time up into tabletop. Join our knees and our ankles together, glue them together and take your arms out to the side. We're going into pendulum first. We're going to just flatten those ribs down towards our hips, so draw them down. We don't want them popping up. As we inhale, we take the knees to one side. As we exhale, we come back to centre. Inhale the other side. So the butt cheek on the opposite side will lift off in pendulum. Inhaling to the side, exhaling, drawing that T-zone to pull you back to centre. Using our oblique muscles here as well, the muscles that came diagonally down the side of your core. Always important to keep our T-zone engaged when we have our legs off the floor to support our lower back. On your next one, you can either stay with bent knees or you may extend that top leg, draw it back to centre, and then back into what we call tabletop with legs parallel to the roof. Other side. For those with a more advanced Pilates practice, you might go into a double leg straighten. So always an option. Those that have never done it before may just have both feet on the ground and rolling the knees from side to side slowly. Probably should have told you that at the start. Pass on to that side. And back we come to centre. Knees back into tabletop, one foot down and then the other. Bringing the hands back by the side, palms up near your hips. Bring your feet in as close to your bottom as you can. Keep them hip width apart. So hip bones, knees and ankles all in line. Inhale, we're going to tilt our pelvis, so pubic bone up to the sky, lower back to the floor, pulling in our T-zone, and we're going to slowly lift our spine up into what we call a bridge. Inhale here, and as we exhale, let's scoop it down. Pulling in those tummy muscles and laying the spine back down onto the mat from top to bottom. And then coming back to that neutral pelvis, flat, little natural arch under the back. Again, lower back towards the floor, push up, use the thighs, come up into our bridge. And lower. Continue to do this. You can keep going with going up and down into your bridge, or you can come up and hold. Still continuing our long, deep breaths. Again, you can stay just holding, your choice, or you can lift the heel of your right leg and extend your leg out in line with your left, trying to keep the hips level. And then we're going to make some small circles. And reverse. Might be difficult if you're on a bed because your bed might be not quite firm enough to be doing this. So just do some rolls of the spine. Bring that leg in, place it down, lift the heel of the other leg, extend and circle. Just glance down and see if your hips are level. And reverse. And bringing that foot in. Big deep inhalation, and as you exhale, paint that spine back down onto the mat. Until you come back into neutral pelvis. And you can extend both legs for a moment. bending our legs up again. Let's come back into tabletop, imprint the spine, one leg at a time up, engage that core, ensure the shoulder blades are down the back and the ribs are sliding down towards the hip bones. We're going to go into a single leg stretch. So one leg stretching out, it can go lower to the floor, it can go direct to the roof, might be a little less challenging, or it can go halfway. Ensure your ribs aren't popping up. Got a long neck on the spine. And that we're really pulling down this lower belly. If you're going towards the roof, it's just to straighten. All in isolation, there's no competition between anyone. Good thing. Last two. Come back into tabletop, grab your knees, just pull the legs in. Just have a rock from side to side. Massage that lower back on the floor. Placing our feet back on the floor, we're going to repeat our bridge. Arms down the last side. Inhale to prepare, exhale, tilt that pelvis, slowly push up into our bridge. Again, just holding the bridge, or if you'd like to lift the right heel, take the right leg into the air, keep the hips level, and then lower, in line with the other knee, lift, lower for 2, lift, lower for 3, lift, lower for 4. Swap legs. Lift, lower for 1, 2, 3, 4. Swap sides again. Come back into our bridge, hips high. Inhale, prepare, exhale, curve that spine down onto the mat. Well done. Okay, our next exercise is the hundreds. If you haven't done the hundreds before, it can be hard work on your neck. You have the choice of leaving your head on the floor, raising the head up and alternating hands behind your head to support it. Keep the neck long, chin forward, and we're glancing between the knees if you lift your head up. I'll place it down for a moment. Come into tabletop. Knees and ankles are hip width apart. You can choose to be in tabletop or straight legs to the roof or lower. Your choice. Inhale, raise that head, reach the arms forward, a little micro bend in the arms, and then keeping our T-zone flattening down, we're just going to strongly pulse our arms. As we inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. And of course, the reason it's called a hundreds is because we do 100. Sometimes if we count well. As I haven't got anyone here to count and check up on me, there's a chance we could do more or we could do less. So your choice with the legs. As I said, if the head gets to ache a little bit, resting it, swapping arms, or lowering it down. Anyone with neck issues, be very careful. I think we're about 30. Really reaching through those fingers halfway. and reaching through our toes. 30 to go. Well done. Drawing those knees into the chest, gently lay the head down on the floor, and now drawing some circles with our knees, massaging a big circle around our back. And the other way. Okay, placing your feet on the ground a little bit further away from you. Draw the knees at the feet together, flex the feet, Pilates stance the legs, wrap the thighs around, a gentle squeeze of the buttocks. We're just going into some gentle abdominal curls. So we bring our hands near our ears, just touching our ears. We are drawing our T-zone, so pelvic floor in, top of the T pulled together, like we're wrapping a bit of a corset round. Ribs flattening down towards our hips and shoulder blades down. Hands near our ears. We're going to inhale, prepare. As we exhale, raise our head, our shoulders, slide our ribs towards our hips, as high as we can go. And then exhale, inhale, go down. Exhale, go up. Trying to flatten out through the belly. Inhale, down. Keeping that pelvic floor pulled in so that we're not popping in places we shouldn't be popping. Really trying to slide these ribs down in towards the hip bones. Drawing in this band around that belly. Let's go 3 more. And well done. Just having a rest, extend your legs and just relax. Just for a little moment, you can take your arms over your head, have a big stretch. Okay. From here we're going to go into a roll up. So we're going to inhale, take our arms over our heads. Now this might be difficult for some people that haven't done it before. So if you haven't done it before, just bring yourself to a seated position. So we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to curl up and come up, scooping our belly into a seated position. From here, we're going to lift one leg up into a tabletop and then the other leg. Just see if we can sit like this with a straight spine, shoulders are down and back, legs are parallel to the floor. And just see if we can hold and balance on this position. So you might need to wriggle around to get onto those sitting bones. You can stay like this, balancing, or you might attempt to straighten one leg. And bend, and then straighten the other leg. Good hamstring stretch happening here. And then down. Coming into our wide leg rocker. With this one, we're going to inhale, scoop the belly, roll back with control. Exhale, roll up to our starting position and straighten our spine. Inhale, curve, scoop, roll. Exhale, up. If you would like to attempt it with the double straight legs, go for it. So inhale, roll back. Often get a few laughs with this. People might get a little bit stuck and come back here. The main thing is to keep that chin tucked so that we don't land on the back of that neck at any stage. Couple more attempts. One more. Our wide leg rocker. Okay. From here we're going into a wide seated position. Nice straight spine, arms out to our side, shoulders down and back. We're just going to inhale our way around to one side, a little gentle pulse twice, and back to centre. Same to the other side. So sitting tall to protect our back, lengthening through the spine and engaging through that T-zone to support our lower back. Anyone with lower back issues, take this very gently. You might not go very far. Just getting some rotation through that spine. On my next inhale, I'm going to turn. I'm going to exhale and cut off my little pinky twice. Inhale up, exhale back to centre. Inhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Keeping that back arm high and back to centre and down. Coming back to our mat, feet extended, Pilates stance, wrap the thighs. Inhale the arms up, exhale, let's scoot back. Bringing our legs up into tabletop, so engage our T-zone. Arms are by our ears. This time we're going to do a oblique twist. So we're going to inhale, prepare, exhale, bring our rib to our opposite hip, turning through the elbows, and extend our opposite leg back to centre. You don't have to drop the shoulder blades here. You can just exhale, keeping the shoulder blades up. So it's visualising that rib going to the opposite hip, scooping in the belly, rather than pulling the elbow towards the knee. The twist we want to happen in our belly, not in our shoulders. Inhale back to centre, exhale, twist. Feel that tummy wringing out like a sponge full of frothy detergent. Trying to keep the core nice and still. I'm wobbling a bit. Come back to centre, drop the head and shoulders and lower the legs. Well done. Last exercise on our back for the time being. Come into tabletop. Bring our knees into our chest and place our palms, our fingertips against our ankles or our shins, wherever we can reach. Lift the head and shoulders, shoulder blades down your back. We're going to inhale, prepare, exhale, extend arms and legs. Now you might extend towards the roof and then come in, or extend lower. Swing the arms around to the side. Keep that chin slightly tucked forward to protect that neck. Our neck. And draw the knees into the chest and have a little last rock here. Good job. Okay, getting onto our side to do some side leg work. Your choice whether you stay up on an elbow or everybody bring their head down onto their arm. If you need a cushion, you can place a cushion or a towel to rest the head on. We're going to keep ourselves in a nice straight line between the toes, hips and shoulders. Front arm, top arm can come in front for balance. We're going to roll our hips slightly forward so it's over our lower hip. It feels like we're rolling forward, but we're actually stacking those hip bones. We're going to lift our top leg up, our bottom leg up, our bottom leg down, and our top leg down. Top, bottom, bottom, top. Trying to lengthen through both sides of your waist here, not collapsing through the middle. Although when both legs are up, our waistline will tend to come towards the mat. But when we have our legs down, we should have a bit of a gap through this waist, so we're long through both sides of our waist. Top, bottom, bottom down, top leg down. Okay, this time top leg up, bottom leg up, both down. Top, bottom, both down. Okay, top leg up, bottom leg up, hold them there, and then lower and lift. Lower, waist off, waist on, waist off, waist on. Try not to put too much weight through this hand, it's just there for balance. See if you can perhaps lift some of the fingers. You can even bring it up to your hips or take it in the air. Last one, and down. Great job. Okay, now we're going to bring our knees forward. Our heels are in line with our hips and shoulders again. Don't let this hip collapse. Lengthen it away from the ribs. Likewise the underneath hips. Ankles are together, knees are together in front of us. Let's inhale, and as we exhale, open that top knee without dropping this hip backwards. So it's not a big wide open. T-zone's pulled in, pulling in this lower belly. You can continue with just the knee opening and shutting, or we can have a knee extend out in line with the rest of the body, back and down. Open, extend, back and down. Two more. Okay, leaving our knees joined together, lift our top heel up into the air. Then bring our heels together and then internally rotate, knees together, external hip rotation, feet together. Knees together and then bring the ankles back together. Good job. Let's extend. Keep our bottom leg bent actually. Top leg's extended, flexed foot. So that means your toes are pointing forwards rather than pointing away from the rest of the body. Lengthen through both sides of the waist, engage the T-zone. This time we're going to kick as far forward, and then we're going to sweep our pointed toe back behind us. Kick forward, point and sweep. So just kick as far forward as you can, trying to keep our torso fairly still. Movements coming from this hip joint, not through the upper body. Last kick. Back, extend and down. Lovely. Give yourself a clap. Starting to burn that butt a little bit. And then we're going to extend both legs straight in a slight jackknife position. So bring your feet slightly forward so that you can see them. Bring that hip bone stacked above the bottom hip bone. Lengthen the legs. We're going to kick up, flex the foot, take it behind the heel of the front bottom leg, and then in front, kick up, behind, in front, kick. Last one. And bring it in. Good job. Before we change to the other side, we're just going into a side plank. There's various choices or modifications for side plank. We could have our knees bent together, hold. The idea is to lift through this lower waist, lengthen through both sides of the waist and hold our belly firm. We could choose to have the top leg extended, or if you'd like to do both legs stacked, make sure the shoulder's under the, over the elbow, and holding both legs straight, lifting up that inner waist. Shaking's good. Shaking's like you're a little, know that you're working your body hard. Big deep breaths. Hang in there. Another 2 breaths. And slowly lower down. Well done. Okay, great job. Now we've got to do it all again on the other side. So, coming over. Finding your position, placing your body between 2 sheets of glass, nice straight line, top hip stacked over the bottom hip, long through both sides of the waist. Head can rest down, or you can rest it in your hand. So we are going top leg up, bottom leg down, and top leg down. Okay, next one, top leg up, bottom leg up, lengthen, both down, up, down. Okay, top leg up, bottom leg up, lengthen and hold, and then lower and lift double legs. Must be working hard, getting red in the face. I can feel plenty of warmth in this body. Last one. And down. Okay, coming into our clam, so we bend our knees, line up our ankles, hips and shoulders, and head. Rest one down this time. Lengthen through both sides of the waist, pull in our T-zone, exhale and open. And close. Okay, continue with your plan, or you may open, extend, close and close. Close together, keep your knees together, take the top heel up. Then externally rotate the hips so that the knee comes up, feet together. Knees together, heels together. Try not to roll back. Trying to keep the belly pulled in, ribs sliding towards the hips. And feet together, close the knees. Keeping our bottom leg bent, extend our top leg. Heel pushing away, so lengthen and push away through that heel. Kick forward, sweep back. Take it behind the midline and forward. This might be interesting if there's more than one person on your bed. Be careful not to kick anyone in the face. And sweep it back and bring it down. Ooh, good job, butt. Okay, let's go into our kicks. So Pilates stance our legs. So wrapping our thighs, butt pulling together. We're going to kick up, heel down, behind, in front, up. Feeling pretty happy that I think I've covered most of what we did on the other side. Normally I have Barb or Chris helping me out, reminding me what I've done, or some of the other girls. So I managed, I think, once we've done our plank, to do both sides evenly, but there is a chance that I haven't. We'll just have to do that once the video is finished. And let's bring those legs down. Nearly there, folks. Coming up for our side plank. Ensure that elbow's under our shoulder. Your choice again. Both knees together. Lifting, drawing through the waist. One leg extended. If the one side could be done different, I'm going to stay like this on this side. This shoulder's not as strong. Arm can come up or behind the back, over the head, wherever you like. Lifting and drawing up through that waist. Slowly bringing ourselves down, well done. So making our way down now onto our back, We've done the hardest part of our workout. We're going into some stretches now. So rest your feet on the ground, arms relaxed beside you. We're going to raise one leg up in the air and point and flex that foot. So push through the heel, point through the toe. Push through the heel, point through the toe. Your choice whether this other leg is bent or you can have it straight out on the ground. You get a little bit of a stretch through this hip as well. So very slowly pointing and flexing. If you like, you can grab behind that leg to support it. And then we're going to rotate that ankle. Nice circles that can be a bit wobbly here, and the other way. And then flex that foot. We're going to try and keep this leg straight and just work our hands up to wherever we can reach to just draw that leg towards us a little bit more, trying to get a stretch through the back of that leg. Try and keep your tailbone towards the mat. Don't lift the whole lower back off the ground. From here we're going to bend that leg. Bring the knee down to the outside of the ribs as much as you can. Grab either the shin, calf, or the foot if you can reach it, and try and straighten that leg. It's still bent, but I'm actually pulling it towards me, trying to straighten and get this stretch still going. If you've got this other leg straight, bend it up. Place that ankle onto that knee. Grab the leg that's still got the foot on the floor. Raise the head, grab that leg, thread the needle, pull it towards you. If you can, push this knee away with the elbow at the same time. Now we're trying to get a stretch through the outside of this front leg butt cheek. Your head and shoulders can be up or resting on the ground. And breathe away into the outside of that butt. Place that foot back down on the ground. Grab the knee that's in the air with the opposite arm. Take the other arm out to the side. And then just roll that knee over towards the ground, getting a twist in our spine. And then breathe deeply into this side body that's exposed. You might not be able to come all the way towards the mat. Certainly stop at any time if any of this feels painful. Slowly bring that, you can use your arm, but bring that leg over back to the side and uncross. And we'll work on the other side. So other leg up in the air, point and flex. Support that leg if you need to. Straighten the other leg if you would like. Rotate that ankle. And then flex the foot and draw the leg a little bit closer if you can. Bending that knee down towards the outside of our ribs or chest, grabbing the leg or the foot. Begin to try and straighten that leg, and you're getting a little bit more of a higher pull through the hamstring there. Bend our bottom leg if it's not already bent. Place this ankle onto that knee. Thread the eye of the needle with your hand. Draw that thigh towards you. This is where we're getting a stretch in the outside of this front leg. Feel free to leave a comment at any time if you've done this video or you've enjoyed just watching it. But mainly if you've done it, give us some feedback so that we know whether people are joining in. Place that leg you're holding down, opposite arm to the top knee, take your other arm out for balance and draw that knee across for your spinal twist. And let's come back to centre. Your choice now, whether you'd like to stay on the floor and just relax, or your bed, or you can come into a roll up and we'll make our way to standing. So inhale, arms over our head. Exhale, roll up. And making our way over to all fours. Tucking our toes under, pushing up into downward dog. Again, a little walk of the dog, heels up and down. And then heels back towards the floor. Push away from the palms, let your head relax between your elbows. And then slowly walk those hands back towards your feet, bending your knees if you need to, and just hanging in forward fold. Release the arms and take a big inhalation, and as you exhale, stack those vertebrae up one at a time as you roll up. Big deep inhale up and down. Give yourself a clap. Thanks for joining us today. Feel free to come back and do the video again. Just scroll through our Eden Hope Hospital Facebook site and re-find the video anytime. Hopefully we'll have more videos put up of various different types of exercise. Until next time, stay healthy, stay happy and stay home. Thank you.